Have you ever wondered what mold testing really tells you? Many homeowners think a mold test simply answers whether mold is present or not. The truth is, a professional mold assessment provides much more valuable information than that. Hi, I'm Reynaldo Ramos, a licensed Florida mold assessor with FL Mold Testing, license MRSA 5191. In this video, I'll explain what mold testing can and cannot tell you, so you can make informed decisions about your home or business. First, it's important to understand that mold spores are naturally present in the environment. Every home has some level of mold spores in the air. Finding mold spores doesn't automatically mean you have a mold problem. What matters is the type of mold present, the concentration, and whether the indoor environment differs significantly from normal outdoor conditions. A professional mold assessment usually begins with a thorough visual inspection. During this process, we look for signs of current or previous water damage, moisture intrusion, staining, musty odors, condensation, and building conditions that could support mold growth. We also use specialized moisture meters and thermal imaging cameras to help identify hidden moisture that may not be visible. Next comes the sampling process. Depending on the situation, we may collect air samples, surface samples, or both. Air samples measure the concentration and types of airborne mold spores inside the building and compare those results to an outdoor control sample. This comparison helps determine whether the indoor environment has elevated mold levels or an unusual mold profile. Surface samples help identify the specific mold growing on a material, such as drywall, wood, or insulation. This information is useful when visible mold is present or when confirmation is needed before remediation. Once the laboratory analyzes the samples, the report identifies the types of mold detected and the concentration of each. Common molds include Cladosporium, Aspergillus, Penicillium, and sometimes moisture-indicating molds like Chaetomium or Stachybotrys. The presence of certain molds can provide important clues about the history and severity of moisture problems within the building. However, mold testing has limitations. A mold test cannot tell you exactly when mold started growing. It cannot diagnose medical conditions or determine whether a specific person will experience health effects. Mold testing is a tool used to evaluate the condition of a building, not to diagnose people. Perhaps the most valuable part of a professional mold assessment is interpreting the results. Laboratory data alone doesn't tell the whole story. The findings must be considered alongside the visual inspection, moisture readings, building history, and occupancy conditions. This comprehensive approach allows the assessor to determine whether a mold problem exists and recommend the appropriate next steps. If elevated mold levels are found, a licensed mold assessor can develop a remediation protocol that outlines the proper procedures for safely removing the contamination. After remediation is complete, post-remediation verification testing can confirm whether the work was successful and whether the indoor environment has returned to acceptable conditions. Remember, mold testing isn't just about finding mold. It's about understanding your property's condition, identifying the source of the problem, and providing the information needed to make informed decisions that protect your home and your family's indoor air quality. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may benefit from learning more about mold and indoor environmental health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.